With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Good set. 19.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 35 on second down, Watson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 16 yards, a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first down, Watson. He'll find Driver here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's go. Check up. 31.
Now Saquon Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Barkley. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 21-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Yellow. There's a line, right? 65. 65.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. There's the 8-time Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
A first down carry for Barkley. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
A run by Barkley, going to go backwards as he's going to lose right around 3 yards here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. Forced out. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit And in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, you got 3 down. 45.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made by Keith Bullock. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with the football here to begin this second quarter of play, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And Sanders now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson buying time to his left. Green brings it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that's complete. It's Green here. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the whip. Alert. 45. Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.J. Green, 27 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. And right away, he lost the football. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Donald Driver, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Letting one go deep here for Grubb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Throwing quickly. That's caught by Brown out wide. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available.
With Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Lawrence Taylor, and that will force a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
6 man. Check girls.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. His throw incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Wilson. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
380. I'm here all day.
Play action. Now Wilson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Results in a first down.
Check. 14, fight it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
45. Mike, 45.
They go play action now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, let's get that ball again. Let's get that ball. Zoom, zoom. 52 is the Mike right here, over there, right? 39, go.
From the 22, Watson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be fourth down. Here's Bryan Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
'54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here it comes.
On first down, Watson. That one complete to Driver. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, Steve Young. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a throw here to his running back. 11 yards there, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Julius Peppers, yes, he still has it. Give him the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Steve Young. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Flushed out right. And Jeffrey's got it. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chris Godwin There to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson to Barkley on the check down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Young will set to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's now 3rd down.
Time to go, night, night. Check, 45.
3rd and long for Young. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Chris Godwin. 78 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Bears 14, Saints 6.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Watson on first down. He'll find Driver here. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Donald Driver, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Young will lead the offense out first and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Young to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, Haywood!
It's Young on first down. Being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Okay, time for a league-wide tangent. Let's look at the divisions. I want you to hand out a bronze, silver, and gold medal for what you think are the top 3 divisions.
Okay, let's start with the AFC South because it's extremely competitive. I'm not sure who the best team is. I suspect Indianapolis. But everyone is within striking distance, and everyone you can make a case could win that division. Then I think we go for the silver, the NFC North. At one point this season, everyone...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And Young's throw there incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's second down.
Hey, Alpha!
Throwing again. Young. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Young now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Young. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's a guy who played 4 years for the Bears, Julius Peppers. Bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Young now. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception.
And not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson, open man, Gronkowski complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the run, it's Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run with Barkley, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down, and the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Young, and he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Young on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. This is caught. It's Cooks. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Cook. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Gould is able to put it through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Come on, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Watson, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught at the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Watson now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here?
Now Young on fourth down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Young. He's got it complete to Gronkowski.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Young. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on fourth down. One last shot for Young. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
Line 40! That's the run. They're running it. Slam.
There's the 8-time Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
675.
From the 31, Luck. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Darnell Dockett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
You can't stop me.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
45 the mic. Check pass. Check pass.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Out of the gun, Luck. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
Fighting down Tyler Lockett. He's at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Officially an even 100 yards. Coast Saints have taken the lead. Up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And
raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
In some phases of life, that's what's known as the quick response team. Down 3, they come right back with a big return. They want to at least tie this game up.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. On first down, Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just like that.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson steps away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He'll buy some time right. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. On 1st down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson on the move. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Luck now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. It's complete. He's got Gronk. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded at the goal line. Tyler Lockett, the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Again, Elvin Barton, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Check
The
31,
45-yard
check 31.
line.
Here's Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tevin Coleman, 55 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Watson. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Dancing to his... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. This is Barkley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to regain the lead. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson, operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson, rolling to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. This will be caught by Randy Moss. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Check Mike 45. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Monday.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. The open man is Clark, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him a gain of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Check out. 90.
Stop defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first and 10, Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now a carry for Okoye. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and goal from the 1.
Hey, 1-3, 11 feet.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Luck on the sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run now with Okoye. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Deacon Jones able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Right there. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 59. 15. Check 15.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Donald Driver, the intended receiver.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back, the special team.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On first down, it's Lott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. So that'll back him up 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. From the gun, here's Locke. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Locke showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Locke. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
40. Check out. 40.
On 1st down, Locke. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On first down, it's Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Deacon Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let's make these babies cry.
58, boy, 58. 58. Let's go.
Here's Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
49-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the twist. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Check out. Blue 90.
On first down, Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11B.
Out of the gun, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Locke. A over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, Love. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Love. Green brings it in. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run it. Here's Okoye. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
Check out. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. He's checked.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 22, Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back for pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again. Locke. Oh, no. He lost the football. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Luck throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now it's Luck. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by Julius Peppers.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's back to throw. He's got Green. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Luck now to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Luck. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Luck, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lawrence Taylor, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Down to an goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the... Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set. 180. Mike, 45. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. $45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Great. Get him.
On first and 10, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Powers through. They find some open field here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Push him back. Push him back. Check out Opie.
First down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I got you, pump. 8. 45 to Mike. Get ready.
On first down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 11 yards there, first down. On first down, it's Newton. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second and 10, Newton steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
49, check 49. 25, check 25, check 25.
36, 36. Kill.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Let's go.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
He's coming.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Strip the ball.
To throw is Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
He dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Brian Anger now. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. Fielded just inside the 20. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Julius Peppers showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Newton. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Well, we have a moment here after that incompletion with it being Halloween week. Let's do something Halloween themed. Give me your 3 scariest defenses in the NFL.
Ooh, I love your theme. I like that.
Corny as ever.
Yeah, corny but good. All right, let's start with the Minnesota Vikings because their ability to mix and match, how cohesive they are as a veteran unit, and big-time playmakers at every level. And Harrison Smith, the fixer. The guy can go up and down, backwards and forwards, and make plays for you. Number 2 for me, San Francisco. They could easily be number 1. The problem is New England is just outstriping everyone. But think about what San Francisco is doing. Youngsters up front, guys in the back end. Richard Sherman having a career year, a rebirth type of a year. But New England giving up 6.7 points per game, or is it 7.6 points per game?
7.6.
7.6. I'm trying to make it even better than what it already is. But those Patriots, you can't really name too many stars. Probably Stephon Gilmore, their corner. But after that, they just play so well it doesn't matter. They're the Patriots, and they shut you down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember
he's going for the... It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They slot Gronkowski outright. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 4th down, Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here.
And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Watson. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. With that incompletion, let's take a quick peek ahead to Week 9, some of the intriguing games. First off, one that you're calling. How about the red-hot Vikings at the Chiefs? That's going to be fun.
That's going to be a blast, and I made a prediction last week that if the Chiefs lost to the Packers at home, if there is any way possible Patrick Mahomes would play against Minnesota, they're going to try their best to have him ready for that one. They need him. Hard to believe the Chiefs have lost 3 in a row at home.
How about the Sunday night game, too? Patriots-Ravens.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a ball game because the Patriots defense, historical proportions is what we're seeing from them. But here comes Lamar Jackson with his elusiveness at quarterback. That's going to be a blast to see how they game plan for his legs.
Bears and Eagles, those teams need that win.
Yeah, the Eagles got a huge one last week, going to Buffalo and winning against a stout defense. The Bears, once again, missing a field goal. That rears its ugly head. The Bears absolutely, positively have to have this one.
And then lastly, the game of the week, Jets-Dolphins.
Yeah, someone's got to win that one, right? And if I were the Jets, I'd be very concerned about this one. I think this is the one the Dolphins circled on their calendar, circled on their schedule. This is the one the Dolphins may very well go get.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson looks to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That field goal a moment ago cut into their lead, but they still have that lead. They'll be looking to get the points right back.
And you just took me back to playing days. I can hear my head coach now in the locker room at halftime. The last thing he always said was,
"Don't screw up, Davis."
Well, besides that became a catch-all. But he always told the team, first 5 minutes, extremely important. How are we going to react? How are we going to take control? We need to. Well, in this case, his team didn't. They gave up a field goal. Can they get their momentum back going in their direction? See if they have a match.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. And even 50 yards. Newton to throw.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Newton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. On 4th down, Newton. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, Charles, switching gears on a bit of a sad note. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Willie Brown passed away. Willie Brown, 16 seasons in the NFL. First 4 for the Broncos, and then the final 12 as an Oakland Raider.
And just think about his career. Hall of Fame 1984, 9-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. And let's face it, the lasting image we'll have of him as a player, that interception for Fran Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. The old man, Willie Brown, taking it all the way back, 75 yards against the Vikings for a touchdown. The Raiders won Super Bowl.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now following the interception, here's Newton being chased out left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
No game. Express.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Now Newton on 1st down. Flush to his right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. The shotgun snap for Newton. Out to his touchdown, Dallas Cowboys.
Nice job, bro. Keep doing it.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the 31, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Watson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to float this over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Powering his way forward. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman? And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Newton to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Newton. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lawrence Taylor in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. They snap it to Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Gun, gun.
Now Newton. Buying time to his left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Newton. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
It got his man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Newton. Steps away to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On first down, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly...